Go's a very controversial subject in the Pokemon anime, but to be honest, is he really that bad? Yo, what's up everyone? Trayman1 here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Journeys Anime discussion video. Guys, as we know, there's no new episode for this week, so we have to wait one more week before we go back to Alola. I know it hurts, but instead, I decided to make the second part to this character rating video, and this time we will be covering Go. If you haven't already, make sure y'all check out Astra's video as well. I'll leave the link in the cards and in the description. But yeah, Go is a very interesting character who at first I really did like. Throughout the series, though, my opinions did change a bit. So I guess you could say this is a part 2 to why Ash impacts Go as well. So let's go and get right into it. Let's start off with Go's personality. And honestly, I gotta say, Go has one of the most interesting personalities out of all of Ash's companions. Where here, he's not really just all so happy and go-lucky like most of the recent companions. But he's also not too like shady like how May was in the beginning. But Go is very antisocial. As we see, he's always had trouble with making friends. It shows in the series. He really latches on to Ash and Chloe as friends. I do love this part of Go. It's just sometimes they're a bit back and forth with it, where sometimes Go can work really well in teams, and then other times it's just like he can't, or him turning down Project Mew. His character is very back and forth, but I gotta say, this is one of his best consistent traits throughout the series. Even in moments where like Drizzle was depressed and he understood his Pokemon, I really do love moments like that. Unfortunately, he can't understand every Pokemon because he is a new trainer. I love how he shows his inexperiencedness with Raboot, for example, where he just thought, oh, Raboot shouldn't learn any fire type moves. It's good on its own, but he's still learning to understand his Pokemon. That stuff I love about Go. Now, there are some things that I don't really like, and that's going to be what the next topic is going to be about. His Pokemon. So, for starters, Go and his Pokemon can't really be fully fleshed out because Go has already caught 80 plus something Pokemon. There's no way that Go can fully flesh out each and every one of his Pokemon. So, I ain't gonna be too harsh on them on that, but for them to want to do episodes focused on these Pokemon, like Floette, for example, that's where y'all can't really execute properly. Now, there is a way that they can show Go's Pokemon more often, as they gave us an episode in the Cerise Park before focused on those Pokemon. So they could throw a lot more of those in throughout the series, not to get too repetitive, or maybe make Go bring his Pokemon on more adventures. He does bring Pokemon on his adventures, but it's the same couple ones. Go definitely shows favoritism. Raichu, Executor, Farfetch, Scizor. I guess you could say those are his team, but I don't know. It's kind of biased in my opinion. There's a lot of Pokemon that Go has that I would love to see him explore more, better build bonds with. We have these episodes focused to Go helping these Pokemon. Like, I'll never forget Cubone. Cubone felt like such a great development episode, and I was like, oh man, I hope we get to see Go bring this Cubone around. Nope, Cubone just stays in the lab. It was basically a pointless episode. So now when they do give Go these focused episodes, like the Phalanx one and a couple of the more recent ones, it's just kind of like, this is nice and all, but we're not really going to see this Pokemon again. And that's one of the issues I have with Go. I get it, he has to catch them all. He can't focus on each and every single Pokemon. But for the ones that they actually give focused episodes on, I feel like it would be nice for them to actually focus on throughout the series and have him bring them around more. Especially when it comes to Cinderace and Drizzle. Go loves this freaking Grookey. I get it, it's his new shoulder Pokemon. But Go loves this Grookey, which, I'm glad that Grookey's finally getting the love that it deserves because they freaking did it dirty for the first 60 episodes. But I just hate the shaft that Cinderace and Drizzle got. Cinderace, as a Score Bunny in the reboot, it had a lot of development. I really did love the whole story that they put it through, but once it became a Cinderace, it just became a Pokeball Pokemon, which, I get it, it's too big to be out and about all the time as they're traveling, but I hate the treatment of Cinderace. This is a starter, yo. The Cinderace gets done so dirty. And as for Drizzle, y'all know my issue with Drizzle. I say this all the time. How the heck are y'all just gonna leave a boy in the cave? Like, no! I get it. People are like, it just wants to be alone, it wants to be in this room. But I feel like Go should have done more and should do more to help this Pokemon get better. At least have episodes to going in the cave, just sitting there talking with him in the beginning. It's just something. I just hate how they're like, oh, he's in the cave, he'll come out when he's ready. Like, man, check out your Pokemon. That's just a personal issue I have. We'll get into that later. Next up is the goal. See what I did there? Now, Go's goal is very interesting. Wanting to catch all Pokemon to lead up to Mew. In the beginning of the series, I didn't really like how they were doing it, where he was catching so many Pokemon so easily that he shouldn't have really caught this easily. And you know, there we have a couple that he would have to take more serious, like the Golurk and stuff, which were also really nice to see, but a lot of people don't really like how Go is, and to be fair, you can't be too mad at Go on this because they're implementing the Pokemon Go features to really do this. Now, I wish that they would go all in with the Pokemon Go, maybe introduce some of the berries to help him catch, just, you know, something to make it a little bit more challenging. Maybe introduce higher Pokeballs like the Great Ball, the Ultra Ball, stuff that we actually do in Pokemon Go, but no, it's just classic Pokeballs. I know Suicune draw the line for a lot of folks, which, you know, I can get it. It's like, yeah, he caught a Suicune, he caught a legendary Pokemon. To be fair though, he did do it in the right way, where he didn't get to keep it. He was protecting it. You know, I can kind of get with how he catches like a legendary like that. And they aren't really giving him legendaries back to back. Like he failed with Zapdos. He didn't catch Moltres or the Reggie. So they aren't overdoing it with the legendaries. I think that they're handling the legendaries pretty okay. But then there's other captures where it's like this Absol that they barely interacted with. Go saves his life. And it's just like, all right, Absol's just like, you know, I want to stay. Because Absol didn't really have a connection with Go in that episode. So it's kind of weird how he wants to stay. I don't know. They got to work on Go's goal in terms of his catching. Now, in terms of Project Mew is the beacon of hope. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad they've given Go something more to work towards to getting to Mew. It feels like we're finally making progression with his character, and I can't wait to see what they do next. Now, I can't judge Go and his battle style too much like I did Ash, because Go isn't really a battler. His goal is to catch. But I will say, though, for his battling, it's very weird. In the beginning, I love how they was like making Go this weak trainer who is very inexperienced to Ash. But then in like mid journeys, they've been making Go a lot more better, make him look better than Ash. And you know, that wasn't really a good way to show Go is getting better. But then now they're showing Go weak again. Cinderace barely does anything. It's a very weird thing with Go and battling. Like, he will need battling to catch some of these Pokemon, so that's why I have to judge him on it. I gotta say, I do love some of the stuff he does. I just wish he kind of would learn a bit more, and maybe that's what Project Mew will be for, because he will probably have to battle a lot more in Project Mew. So hopefully we will get to see him progress in his battle strategies as well. If I'm going to rate Go at this time, I'll give him a solid 5 out of 10. He's not this horrible character that everyone makes him out to be, but he's also not really the greatest character either. He has a lot to improve on, and that's with any character. You know, we're in mid-journey, so obviously my rating will more than likely go up as he develops later on in the series. They do seem like they're taking him in the right direction with introducing Project Mew, Gary, things like that. Like, things that could make Go better is, for one, have him focus more with more Pokemon, especially if they're going to be doing release episodes like the Floette. The ones that he catches that they spend the whole episode trying to develop, have them have more focused episodes. Also, Gary is the beacon of hope for Go, in my opinion, in Pokemon Journeys, because Gary is going to be the person to push Go. Gary, even though Ash and Gary didn't really have a true rivalry where they battled all the time, I think Gary and his like snarky ways with Go is definitely going to push Go to want to do better. And I'm really hoping that that is the case, that we'll get to see Go take training more serious, catching Pokemon more serious, and all of the sort. We just have to wait and see. With that being said, this was my overall rating of Go's character. Not the best, not the worst. He's right in the middle for now. Hopefully, though, he will get better. Note, I will probably not be making a Chloe one anytime soon. I know I made the Ash one. Please check that out if y'all haven't done already. But Chloe's character just hasn't done much. Yes, she's got the Eevee, and she did just have this great arc with Dawn. But this is just the beginning of her character development. She hasn't really done much. She doesn't have a goal to work to. She hasn't done much battle-wise or anything like that. I can't say a lot about her personality, but that's probably the only thing that I could really talk about at the time. So Chloe will have to wait for now. But in the comment section down below, let me know what y'all thought of this video. What would you all rate Go? Please, please, please don't hate on Go too hard in the comments. I know how people get about Go, but he's not that bad. I feel like he just gotta get to know the character a bit more. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. TreyMan1. Peace out.